In this Business Connect resource video, we will walk through how company administrators will create and manage roles and users in the Business Admin section. If you are an admin user, you will have permissions to create and manage additional roles and users for your company. Roles are established to create a package of permissions for either a specific user or group of users with the same permissions. Once the roles are established, users are then assigned to these roles. First, you will begin by adding a role. To add a role, access the Commercial tab and select the Business Admin option. Next, select the Roles tab and choose Add a Role. You will then enter the role name and a brief description for the role. When finished, select Create Role. A message will display showing the role has been successfully added. You can then assign the appropriate permissions for that role by selecting the Edit pencil icon. You can toggle back and forth using the different list view buttons to view or hide the permission descriptions. You can either choose Select All or grant all permissions within that group, or you may select each permission individually to add them to the role. When finished, select Save Changes. Next, you will add accounts and account permissions to the role. Select Add Accounts. Here is where you will assign account permissions for the role. You may either select all or individually select the permissions that should be enabled. Then you will choose the account to be enabled. Select Choose Accounts. If needed, you will have the option later to customize different permissions for each account. Next, you will select the accounts these permissions should be assigned to. First, you will select any internal or Heartland Bank accounts to be assigned. You may choose Select All or individually select those that are applicable. You may also select any external or non-Heartland Bank accounts which you have linked to your company's online access by selecting the External tab. Add the applicable external account permissions and select the applicable external accounts as shown here. All selected accounts are then grouped within the Selected tab. To proceed, select Assign Accounts. In this case, you are assigning selected permissions to these three accounts. Next, you can add transfer limits to ACH collections, ACH payments, internal or external transfers, and wire transfer limits. If your company is not currently set up with ACH or wire services, those limits will not be applicable. Below the Limits section, you will find descriptions to further explain the authorized limit, max limit, and can authorize limit you are setting for the new role. Select Save Changes to save. You may add as many roles as needed for your company, as well as edit the role at any time to adjust any permissions previously granted. You may also delete roles if they are no longer applicable. Please note, any users must be removed from the role before it may be deleted. Next, you will add a user to any role you've created. To add a user, select the Users tab in the Business Admin option and choose Add a User. Enter the individual's username, first name, last name, and email address. To determine if your selected username is available for use, you can select the Check Availability button. Then select the role from the drop-down with the appropriate permissions for the user. If an appropriate role is not displayed, please follow the instructions at the beginning of this resource video to add a role. When finished, select Create User. A message will display confirming the user has been successfully added and an email has been sent to this user with a temporary password. To complete registration, please communicate the username selected to the individual user. Remember, you can add, edit, or delete users within the Users tab at any time. Within the Users tab, you may also reset a user's password. Select the user from the list on the left and then scroll down to the Reset Password option and select the Edit pencil icon. Select the preferred method, either email or SMS text message, for the user to receive their temporary password. Enter a reason for the reset and select Submit. A message will display indicating the password reset was successful and a temporary password has been sent to the user. Company administrators can establish alerts to stay informed when any new users are added for your company, allowing you to maintain oversight of this function. To add an alert, access the Settings tab and select Manage Alerts. All available alert categories will display on the left. Select the Business Admin category. You may turn on the option for New User Added by selecting the green toggle button. Then, select the preferred delivery method for the alert and select Save.